This video is about transcending the god-goddess archetypes. When I say that, I mean the ones that we have known and have been accustomed to. The Aphrodites, the Athenas, the Zeuses, the Dionysuses, even the Shivas and Shaktis and all of these. So this is just a little tidbit into the karma course that is offered through Rings of Saturn Mystery School, and that is that everything has a karma attached to it. And when we look back at the old pantheons and so forth, which was brought to my attention by my dear friend Sibel Clemens, brilliant shamaness, the idea that these gods and goddesses, even though we use them, say, in a divination spread, or we relate to them in the idea of, coming into our god-goddess self, the truth is a lot of those depictions are carrying with them stories, which are, the stored emotions, the stored stories, the library, the Akashic records of karma that is in the DNA, that remembers that that's what a god goddess self looks like, and that's what a god goddess self does, and that's the okay behavior. Just a sec.
When's I am gonna get here?
I don't know. And so right now, I guess I am. So anyway, with this idea of transcending the god goddess self, I really am feeling this in this eclipse time, that the old ideas of what that looks like and what energy is brought through with that is even being transcended, because we are coming to a place where we need to go beyond any of the quote human emotions. And even the God self sometimes has associated in the past, at least in the old depictions, with feelings like jealousy, like needing to hold your ground, like defensiveness, like any of, even aloofness, any sorts of old manipulations that would really be associated with what one might call the spiritual ego. Maybe you have a lot of knowledge in spirituality, but you're still asserting yourself as, right in this situation, when it really might just be left up to feeling, like to sensing, to having a heart-to-heart discussion, to opening up to the possibility, to being the observer, to, everyone taking responsibility and self-sovereignty for their actions. We're moving into a world where it's not like, let me tell you what you're doing wrong so you can fix yourself. Even in a nice way, that's not quite getting to the point. It's really like every person is coming to a place of being able to look at any situation and, as a self-sovereign divine manifestation of the one, say, what is my part to play here? Am I playing consciousness, observing itself? Am I being asked to initiate some action to help move energy right now? Am I just to be the love, the ear that listens? Am I to see what's going on as a pointer to what's happening in the all, or what's happening in me? Like, do I have triggers still left to this thing? Do I need to address them? And if not, then the information, or even the quote unquote projection, should just wash over me as an experience of the oneness playing as a musical note. Sometimes it's like, oh, but sometimes it's like, oh, and sometimes it's a beautiful, resonance. But whatever it is, as the new divine manifestations, we ought to be beyond needing to explain ourselves or be right, or, like have any of those scuffles that I think we're detoxing from the human and even beyond system, like the old system of divinity on earth, the old spiritual system, even the old spiritual hierarchies that maybe existed in times of like Egypt or Atlantis, or any of those times when the mystery schools were really buzzing on earth. I think we're starting to reach that ceiling in the collective, in those of us who are consciously working on this ascension thing together. We're starting to burst through that layer right now, and it's like kind of like one of those last sticky layers before we kind of like pop through the karmic bubble of the planet and find like that new ascended cycle that we haven't actually experienced yet. I was just clearing some old karma with my roommate, and it was like realizing that we probably have attempted this together at other times, but we let some spiritual ego get in the way or some bitterness in the way that is not happening right now. And that we're realizing, oh yeah, I can maybe feel the remnants of that maybe it's been carried on to how our children, like we take care of each other's children. And that's not okay, of course. So looking at that and clearing that for, that interaction so that we can continue to burst through the collective bubble of the old karmic residue debris and step into new suits, if you will, of the God, Goddess selves, the divine, I don't even know if I want to call it God, Goddess self. It's the new archetypes that we are expressing as the one is the suit that we're stepping into, or the suitless place that we're coming into, where, our authenticity will shine forth more purely without some of those old, tetherings from the old system. So that's kind of where I feel like we are in this eclipse pattern, in this movement. And so just eclipse pattern. Yeah. Yeah, so if we notice any of those things, in ourself or in our family members, friends right now, just honoring that. I honor that.
What do I do?
I'm making a video.
A video?
Yeah. You want to say hi?
Hello?
Are we ascending?
Sending.
We are. Right? We've got to take off all the old cloaks of karma.
Karma.
Yeah, and let ourselves be this new energy coming through. So hold on for another 2 days or so of this energy as we calibrate through. Oh, he wants me to take off my socks. It's time to bear the soul. I'll talk to you soon. This is Stasia Bliss, Rings of Saturn Mystery School.